Castlevania, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, a game made by your boy Koji Igarashi. He used to be a lead producer for the Castlevania series games until, well, he stepped down because, Castlevania wasn't making enough money. But now, since he's not with that shitty company, he can do his own thing now, his own game. He gave us a little bit of a taste of that Castlevania goodness with Bloodstained Curse, an appetizer to hold us off until the spiritual successor to Symphony of the Night comes out, Bloodstained, the Ritual of the Night. But for the meantime, let's talk about what we have now. Anyways, like the usual in timeless games, we're gonna talk about the story, yep, there will be spoilers, about the gameplay, about the music, and I'll tell you what I think about the game, like the always. Anyway, let's begin. When you start the game, you get an interesting narration. Zangetsu, a man who has been cursed with the powers of darkness, wants revenge upon the demons. So, he sets out on a quest to, well, kill all demons, I guess, or whoever put the curse on him. Yeah, he's pretty much wants revenge, and yeah. Well, on that night, he failed to realize that it wouldn't be so simple. Even though this game is not like crazily focused on the story, but it still has a nice story. So in case you don't want to play it for yourself and experience for yourself, I'm gonna put a number on the screen for you can skip. So yeah, play the game for yourself. But if you don't care, I'm gonna talk about spoilers. So now that Zangetsu starts his revenge, he goes near a train where inside he senses a powerful demon. Now you know our demons on the train, well, you know what you gotta do. You gotta find them and eliminate them. Once you do delete the threat, something unexpected happens. Something comes out of the demon's mouth. A girl comes out named Miriam. She thanks you for saving her, but until Getsu finds out she can control demons and was prepared to kill her. But she's sworn that she'll only use it for good. And I just realized that Miriam is the main character for the upcoming Bloodstained game that's coming out. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if it's a prequel or a sequel, got no idea. At this point in the game, this will be something that'll happen often. You fight boss, new ally appears. You can only have 4 allies, there's only 4 characters in the game, you get it? So, but yeah, when you finish the next demon, you get another ally. He's a priest or something, an alchemist. Then you meet a shardbender like Miriam who can use power of darkness. Yeah, another ally. Can I just say the way Zangetsu talks to his allies is pretty much in a dick way. He threatens to kill them if they, betray him or do anything wrong. Or he says, I'll keep your head on your body for the meantime. See, it's cool, but like, calm down, Zangetsu. After a long night facing demons, bosses, and errors and trials, you finally face the one who put the curse upon ya. I don't know what the hell that is, but kill it. And once you kill it, it's finally over. The long night, it's over. But it was long from over. Everyone tired of fighting. The boss pulled their final attack, and this is where Zangetsu pulled the ultimate sacrifice. Zangetsu sacrificed his life for his friends. I don't know why, because he threatened them like hell, but whatever. I guess he changed his mind. But yeah, he's now controlled by the Dark Emperor, and his allies will try to save his soul, if they can. And from here you unlock another story. Well, pretty much you're playing with all the characters besides Zangetsu, and you have to try to save him. And you can get a lot of endings, by the way, so have fun with that. Okay, there's something I have to say about Bloodstained Curse. Seems like it's more like a platformer than more of a Metrovania, because compared to other Metrovania games, well, you don't have any backtrack. Like here's this map, for example, from Aria of Samurai, if I remember well. The map is like pretty confusing just like by looking at it, but for But Curse, you just go up or you go straight forward and you never backtrack. It's just something to point out. It doesn't really change that much unless you care about that personally, but just wanted to say, I just needed to point that out. Okay, but okay, gameplay wise, all the characters play differently from each other. Zangetsu uses a knife. I say knife instead of a sword because his reach is garbage, but the hitbox stays for a while, so that's good. Zangetsu's sub-weapon is like a paper, a scroll, holy paper, whatever, but it does damage, so that's good. And I think his fire sub-weapon does more damage? I don't know. Miriam doesn't have a lasting hitbox, but she has a hella big reach. She can reach enemy from far away. She pretty much plays like a Belmont. She also has the ability to slide to get into tight spaces. Tight. Her sub-weapon is an axe. Alfred doesn't have much for attacking, but his sub-weapons are powerful. He has a fire shield that protects him from projectiles and hurts the enemy. He has the power over ice too, which is also pretty cool. And the coolest technique in the game, he can do a clone of himself, and it's actually pretty fun playing with him. And G-Bell, the coolest looking dude, can turn into a bat, that's his sub-weapon. And his attacks are bats, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and you can switch a character on the spot too, it's really useful. So let's say Zangetsu is about to die, I just switch into Gable and Gable will die instead. A worthy sacrifice. The bosses are quite easy at the beginning of the game, but once you get Gable and your team, the bosses will get a little bit more challenging. Like for real, the start was just easy, a blast. I didn't even need to like pay attention kinda, but once you get Gable, everything changes, man. All of a sudden, the bosses are just kicking my ass, man. What am I doing here? What am I fighting for? Oh yeah, so if you're fighting the boss and you kill them, every boss in the game have this last resort technique, which they will do their most powerful attack before dying. And sometimes they can hit you, and if they hit you, well, you gotta restart the fight, my boy. But it makes the game more fun, and it means that you always have to be on your 2 feet or else you might perish. Oh yeah, and your character does this super cool pose thing at the end when he beats the boss. It's really cool. But the one you see on screen right now is my favorite boss, not only because there are patterns or anything, it's just because she starts in the freaking shower. She's like, yo, what's up? And she just bursts out with, I think, blood as her clothes? That's really nice. Nice boss design, that's really cool. That's the Castlevania classic right there, I guess. But yeah, their bosses are pretty fun and cool. I don't even think I need to explain about the music. The music, there's always that one catchy song in the Castlevania game that's always in your mind. And this one, it has one too. This game is actually really great. Great music, great basketball, good boss battle, and it feels like a Castlevania game. Just maybe a little bit more simplified, but you can see it's there. I really like this game, and I would recommend you to play it yourself, really. There's a lot of endings, so you can like maybe speed run it, or I don't know, do what do you always do. Anyway, it was really fun. This game is really fun. I would recommend anyone to play it. Anyway, yeah, this game was really fun. I can't wait for Ritual of the Night. That one, I feel like it will deliver. I'm pretty sure. I'm not even scared. I bet it will be good. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. And this game was really fun. I'll see you guys next time.